Today we're going to talk about why you should travel to the Pacific Northwest. I most recently took a trip there back in the summer, and it was one of the best trips I've had. I would certainly recommend everyone needs to take a trip to that area of the United States. Um, the Pacific Northwest is comprised of Washington State and Oregon State. There are many different terrains. There's the beach, then you have the mountains, there's a lot of different waterfalls. And when you're planning your trip, though, you should take into account the seasons. There's heavy rainfall and a lot of snow during kind of like the fall and the winter months. And then the spring, summer is not as likely, but there can still be snow actually, even in the month of July. So definitely plan accordingly. So in Washington, its main city would be Seattle. It's known for the Space Needle, the original Starbucks, and Pike Marketplace. Pike Marketplace is also where you will see people throw in the fish. There's different restaurants and a lot of different little handmade shops, artisan setups like booths. So it was a really neat experience. Anywhere in Seattle, you can kind of see the water line, and on clear days, you can also see Mount Rainier, which is pretty neat. So speaking of Mount Rainier, that is one of the stops you should make on your Pacific Northwest itinerary. It is a snow-covered volcano, and it offers lots of different hiking trails and different views. There's several waterfalls there. If you go in the spring or summer, you're probably going to see a lot of different wildflowers, which is unmatched when it's up against the snow line. There's a lake, and it's known as Reflection Lake because if you hit it at the right time of day, the reflection of Mount Rainier is perfectly over top of it. It's great for photography. There's a lot of different difficult trails, and there's also some easy trails that also offer some really nice views. And from there, I would recommend going to the Oregon coast and traveling up and down it a little bit. You have lots of different beaches. There's state parks you can stop in that offer a few different hiking trails. And there's Haystack Rock, which is at Cannon Beach. And if you've watched the Goonies, you've seen it. There's a lot of different spots that you can stop in and see actually where the Goonies and other movies were filmed. There's also a jailhouse on the Oregon coast, which was featured in the movie The Goonies, and you can take tours. And so from there, I would recommend going up and checking out Olympic National Park. It is a huge national park that houses many different regions just within itself. There's also beaches there, and there's lots of different hiking trails that you can get to on the beach. And then there's a rainforest area that is a very easy hike that any ages could do. It was all flat. So if you've never experienced a rainforest before, that would be a great place to start. And then there's Hurricane Ridge area. It's just mountains, there's lakes, and it's all just gorgeous. There's Lake Sutherland that is also in Olympic National Park, and there is a certain hike that will take you to what is called the Devil's Hot Tub, and it is the clearest bluish green water that I have ever seen. It was truly worth going to. Also in Olympic, as well as Oregon, there is a lot of different waterfalls. All that I went to, they were easily accessible, usually not a mile, maybe a little over a mile, in and out trails that offer just wildly different views of massive waterfalls. So if you are interested in taking a trip, I would suggest just doing some research and looking up online. There are several different blogs and forums online that can help get your travel plans underway.